eyes try to see the way the world turned, what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, Blue Dots? It's Sunday, baby. It's Sunday. It means we're going to start off a new week. I'm terribly sorry we're late. Much to do today, and so we pushed everything back. But hey, we're here. So we got to get it going. Anyway, it is Sunday, baby. I hope y'all have enjoyed your weekend as much as you could. 9/11 came, and I'm sure that we all took pause to remember where you were and what you were doing that day. I'm sure all of us did. I listened to the speeches and I saw most of the ceremonies at all three sites. Anyway, other than that, we have been pretty busy around here trying to get things done. We have a storm moving in on us. It's probably going to be here tomorrow. So, yeah, there's a lot to do. Anyway, I want to thank Jake Clayton, who stepped in. He's going to have a video date with Stephanie tonight. Ooh, boy, howdy. Keeping that love light burning. Anyway, Raylene Allen is here. Richard Phillips, the remixtress, is here. Sue Van 50, thank you for being here. Debbie Marie. Pat Hunter is here. Destiny Phillips. The Feral Female Society is amongst amongst us. Thank you for being here. Seraphine Coley, thank you. Michael Johnson, BW, Aaron Trumbley, who is running for office up in Maru, New York, so y'all pay attention to that. Karen Van Wyck, or what's her name? That's what she had in the chat there. Anyway, Karen, I'm glad you're here. George Murray, thank you. Robin Lyons, MTP 358, baby. Howdy. How you doing? Jane Shanky, Adina Michael. We got a whole crew here, baby. BWJW, Judy. Bernadette Priya's with us. Dorothy Tyndall. Dwayne Dwizzle's here. Adina Michael. Let me see. I'm going to have to jump down here because I won't be able to catch up. Richard Phillips, Lauren McGrath, and Gary Atkins. Thank you all for being here. Anyway, it is indeed Sunday, and I got a storm coming, so pardon me if I haven't been in the news a whole lot lately. Biggest news I can remember is George W.'s speech there at Shanksville, I believe it was, when he called out the extremists of January 6th. No difference between a foreign terrorist and a domestic terrorist. I was glad he threw that in there. About time he did something right. Anyway, Bernadette, how are you doing, darling? Oh, Bernadette Mike is there. She is.
Hi, John.
Hey, Dominic.
I'm going to be substituting Mimi today.
Thank you, sir. Is Mimi all right?
For the moment. Yeah, she's right here.
Well, good. But Dominic, that's right. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm just on the Blue Dot Show.
On the Blue Dot Show. Indeed you are. You want to say hello to the whole family here?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Say it. Say hi, family. Hey,
hi, Blue Dots.
There you go, baby. How was your trip to Berkeley? That's what we want to know.
Well, I didn't really go to Berkeley until I was done with my STEM class.
Right.
It was very amazing. They had the giant clock tower, and we
Oh.
were on campus.
Outstanding. Is that what they call Telegraph Hill? I think. With the big clock tower up there. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been out there, but it was an exciting trip for you, I understand.
Yes, it was very amazing. I loved my trip.
What are some of the things that you did out there?
Well,
Well,
at STEM, we basically did lots of cool stuff. I have my book here to let me remember.
right.
We were doing CSI, criminal scene investigation.
Really?
And all these, yes, criminal scene investigation, and all
Boy.
these other activities.
Crime scene investigation. That's getting down to the heart. Go ahead.
Yes, and I don't know how to put this into words, but all the activities that we did,
Right.
well, they were to solve the case.
Oh, okay.
They-
So, go ahead.
Everything was to solve the case.
So you had to solve a bunch of
And-
different puzzles or something, different problems
Yes, and
to arrive at the. What did you catch them?
yep, yes we did.
Outstanding.
We had 4 suspects, and after we'd done all the activities, it turned out that 2 of them were trying to steal some treasure.
Ah, money is always a motivator.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. Well, and I understand you also built a robot.
I did. That was also to find out. Well, okay, so that activity was we had to save 2 of the crewmates, the subjects,
Right.
not the subjects, but the suspects,
Ah, suspects.
and we had to program the robots to find and save the 2 suspects to bring them back to the ship
So you could hold them.
because they were lost, and we had to program robots to go venture out and find them and bring them back.
So this is something the robot had to do physically, huh? I mean, the robot
Yes,
had to move and go find the subjects.
Yes.
How cool is that? So you had to program
when the
it.
robot, yeah, we had to program it, and when one of the robots found the suspects, they would sound an alarm, and when they find the other one, they would sound a different alarm, and
Oh,
they'd flash their lights different colors for the 2 suspects.
wow. So you sent your robot out to find the bad guys or the suspects.
Yes,
Well, ain't
and
that cool?
there are 4 suspects. Okay, so
Now, how did you narrow it
Dr.
down to the bad guy?
How did we know who the bad guy was?
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe I should just start from the beginning.
Okay.
There are 4 cases. There are 4
Right.
case profiles. Dr. Nicholas Smart was the one of the 4 suspects. Dr. Nicholas Smart, Navigator Howard Potter, and First Mate Sidney Young, and Shipwright Robert Neff. And those were
Robert
the
Neff.
4 suspects, and they were on a ship, I guess.
We're talking a spaceship, though, right? Not talking about a ship.
Not a
right?
spaceship.
Oh.
They were probably sailing at sea.
Ah, I see.
And there was a treasure map. The navigator, Howard Potter, had the map.
Ah,
And I think they were looking to find it, but these 2, the criminals, they wanted it themselves.
well, of course they did. That's what criminals always want. They're greedy.
And
They want to take all
yeah.
the money for themselves. Can't trust them guys.
And the two that were trying to steal everything were Dr. Nicholas Smart and shipwright Robert Neff. But it was pretty much Dr. Nicholas Smart because he had piqued his interest. Dr. Nicholas Smart had tricked Neff into helping him so they would split the treasure.
Right.
But he lied.
Well, of course he did.
And they both got like put to jail.
Well, there
and
you go.
Imprisoned.
Because of your techniques. Before you were on a team, I imagine.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
team of 4.
There you go. Outstanding. So a little crime scene investigation, a little nefarious things that you had.
Okay.
Nefarious characters.
So at the crime scene, there were blood spatters everywhere, and there was also a mysterious powder. And we had to find out what this mysterious powder was by testing it with different liquids, iodine, vinegar, and water. And we had to see what its acidic level is.
Wow. So there's a little chemistry involved here too.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah. Well, on a basic level, you got to start. This is outstanding, Dominic. You've got a ways to go.
We also measured blood drops for the blood spatters, and
there was blood involved.
Yes, there was blood involved.
See? Murder most foul. Go ahead.
So we had to determine we had to determine how high the blood drops fell from by how they splattered.
Right.
So we also measured blood drops by getting syringe, and we took some blood and dropped it from 12 inches to 30 inches to 66 inches.
Whoa.
To see how the blood would splatter on the paper that we were using.
So you could determine how high or how far away that blood splatter was from the point of origin.
And I'm not sure which of the activities about the crime scene this was, but we also dissected a calf heart. I'm not sure why we did this in the story, but
dissected a what?
A calf heart.
Oh, really?
We dissected a literal heart and saw all the arteries. We saw the aorta, the ventricles, learned about all the parts, and yeah.
Wow.
It was gruesome.
Yes, I would imagine. But you learned so much.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I was so happy about this. I was very enthusiastic on all the activities.
Well, you know that we're enthusiastic for you. And you know that's why this Blue Dot family got behind you so much, is because we want to encourage that. You know, you've got a bright future ahead of you. I think you're a smart young man, and your Mimi is very, very proud of you. As are we.
Thank you, John.
So you solved the murder, I guess? I guess there was a murder involved, right?
No, none of them died. It was just a very evil scheme from that Nicholas Smart.
Nicholas Smart. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
too.
like.
See?
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like someone that would cause bad. Like, that sounds like someone who would do bad. Like, their name says it all over them.
It gives them away. Smart, huh? Well, let's see. And evidently turned out not to be so smart, huh? Because he got caught. Because you were smarter.
He's not smart.
Not smart. You were smarter. Well,
Yeah.
man, that is just fantastic. Any other projects besides the CSI?
No, not really.
what,
The whole
what
thing.
it all evolved around that. So you had different projects, but it all related to the solving of this crime. Outstanding.
Yeah, it was pretty much like just to solve the entire crime scene.
Cassie Hicks here says
The
it
crime.
sounds like Get Smart. You remember? You don't know who Get Smart was? Agent. What was his
Never
number?
heard of it.
Yeah, I bet you didn't. It was way back, long time. Ask Mimi about it; she'll tell you about it. But now
We also did lots of. Huh?
Go ahead. You also did lots of what?
We also did lots of detective work. Like we studied fingerprints by putting a special powder on them. It was actually just
Wasn't
cocoa powder, but it was actually cocoa powder.
Well, that's a very fine powder. That's what they use, a very fine powder, so it sticks to the.
And we had to. Yeah, we had to put it on tape, and we had to print the tape onto the paper, and print the fingerprint on the paper.
Oh, cool! So now you're experienced in taking fingerprints.
Yeah, I think that's detective work.
Yeah, it is. It highly. Indeed, that's how they solve a lot of crimes. That's where they start. Get the fingerprints. You see them in there dusting all the time on TV. And
we also did.
Yeah.
Oh!
What?
I'm reading in my book right now, and we also learned how to use splints.
A splint. So in case Mimi breaks a leg, which let's hope never happens. But in case you have learned.
Yeah, I've learned how to use splints, just in case someone gets a broken bone.
So there was a lot of medical knowledge involved in this trip also, with the calf heart and splints.
Science, technology. Yeah. Science, technology, engineering, and medicine.
Wow. That is outstanding. So are we looking at an engineer here? Are we looking at a doctor? Which way were you kind of more intrigued by? By the science and technology of it, or the medical aspect of it?
Well, we pretty much did all of it. We did a lot of each subject.
But which one were you more in tune with? Which one did you really like doing? A whole lot more.
I liked the engineering. I loved the engineering because I love robots, and I, in particular, am a coder. I code my video game, and I also code my robot, and I have.
That's what your Mimi told me, that you was coding stuff. You know what I told her? You know when you talk to a bunch of old people and you say you were coding, you know what we think? We think of a lot of dots and dashes. Like somebody's typing. That's Morse code. That's what we think about. So, but it takes quite a bit of knowledge to be able to code things. Now I understand you coded your robot to do a little something special for your dad.
Yeah.
Now what did you do?
So it had to be all set up, right?
Right.
So we have two ottomans. And I had to calculate the distance between the ottomans. I'd be sitting on one side of the room, and he'd be sitting on the other side of the room.
Right.
And I would have my robot go all the way up to his feet, spin around, and then flash lights, and then sing the happy birthday song.
Ain't that cool?
And then it will make a signal that it's done. And it will also make a signal when it starts doing stuff by flashing a couple lights quickly.
Ain't that cool? That is cool.
Yeah.
What an opportunity. I am so glad you had this opportunity to take advantage of this. And it started, because I understand one of your teachers thought you were a pretty intelligent kid who had the possibility of a bright future ahead. And it doesn't hurt that your Mimi's a teacher. Yeah, that always helps. So.
She's really good as a teacher. She teaches very well.
Hey, guess what? Your Mimi's pretty good as a person. So we're kind of fond of her over here. You know that?
Yeah.
Indeed. Brother, we love you. I want to thank you for coming in and joining us this evening and sharing with us your trip and your journey. I'm sure there's going to be many more in the future.
Yeah, no problem, John. Anytime.
Well,
just let me know if you want me to come back on.
Randy Peterson said it all. What a great kid. What a great kid. Dominic, you have a long road ahead of you. I see nothing but a bright future in a path that what we're all hoping is that you make a difference in the future, because Lord, we need it, brother. We need young people like you.
I will do my best if that's the case.
No pressure, but we want you to keep that desire for learning and advancement, and we want you to keep it all the way up until you're as old as we are. Because it will take you a long way.
By the way, John.
Yes.
Thank you guys. By the way, Blue Dots, thank you guys so much for sending me to STEM. I'm so much smarter now. I think my brain expanded like at least 2 times. I think it's bigger than normal.
It grew twice its size, I am sure.
Yeah.
It is just a pleasure. We want you to keep that passion in your heart. And yes, Teresa Diggum, child prodigy, class kid. The comments are coming in. Billy Plains says, if you're smart, stay away from evil people. There's good advice right there. Anyway, Dominic, thank you so much. And don't let this come back. Yes, you're welcome to come back here anytime. Especially if you've got a story to tell us, baby. We're always up for a good story. And I'm tickled to death that you got to participate in this at all, as a group thing, with a varied degree from the engineering aspect all the way over to the medical. Really, dissecting a heart. Boy, howdy shit. That's pretty advanced, Dominic, for a young man your age. But I'm glad you got to see just exactly how that works, because it beats in all of us. It beats in all of us, buddy. And ours is beaten for your success. So, Dominic, thank you very much for coming in and joining us.
Yeah.
Let's bring in everybody else. You want to stick around and join the conversation? Or are you going to let Mimi slide in? Okay. Belda,
I think I'll let Mimi in.
Okay. Dominic, you come back anytime you want, buddy. I'm telling you, you warm this family's heart. You are what we are all about. The future belongs to you. We're trying to leave it in the best possible shape we can, but as you can see, we're having trouble with that shit. And so that's why we're depending on you. You're going to have to pick up the baton one day and carry it on. So.
Okay.
All right, Dominic. Thank you very much. And Velda Lee, are you with us?
Yes, I am. I just love Dominic.
Isn't he a sweet kid? I love this. I love it.
Yes, he is.
Bernadette, when you get back online, you can jump in anytime, baby. Let us know you're here. Anyway, Velda, thank you for coming in. We also have Ben. Ben, are you with us?
Yes.
How are you doing?
Very proud of you, Dominic. Very bright future ahead of you, young man.
Indeed. Isn't that something? That is so awesome. I'm just tickled to death that he had that opportunity. Anyway, Spark, are you with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Outstanding, Spark. How's everything in your world?
Oh, it's outstanding. It's getting cooler. And not much smoke going on.
Well, you're good.
But I did read where the Dixie Fire was getting close to the Hat Creek Observatory, where they got all these big dishes that search for extraterrestrial light. SETI project.
Right, the SETI project.
So I don't know if I haven't heard anything lately about it, but I just thought that would be interesting.
Got to be something out there more intelligent than what we got down here.
Yeah, but I hope it's a big clearing with all these dishes. I don't know if the heat from the fire, if it gets close enough to damage or anything. But
the physical structures.
There's not. From what I've seen of it, I've never been there, but I've drove by where you go into the place.
Boy, howdy.
But I pictures I've seen, there's not too much forest around all them dishes. They keep it pretty clear.
Well, let's hope for the best out there, because I don't want that search to be knocked offline. We got to know.
And I just read something on a tweet.
What happened on the tweet?
It's a few hours old from a guy named John Cooper. It says, breaking, President Biden has reportedly told Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi that he's ready to pressure moderate Senate Democrats to change the filibuster rule in order to pass a new voting rights law.
I hope that is true.
Amen.
I hope that is correct, and he should put pressure on it. We got to.
Yeah, let's get her done.
Because we're not seeing any move. But the moves you saw in Texas and in Georgia and other states, that's what they're doing. They're already screaming foul out in California. Damn election didn't even been had yet, and they're screaming, "Oh, everybody's cheating. That's how come we're going to lose." Anyway,
But Biden's going to be in California tomorrow campaigning with Governor Newsom.
They're pulling out all the big guns. You know, the polls are looking good for Gavin Newsom. But don't take that. If you're living out in California and you ain't voted, get your ass down to the poll and vote. You can't leave this hanging. We have to take California and or keep California. Let me get Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong and Secret Squirrels, came in with a $25 donation and said, "Awesome kid. Money well spent. Thank you, John. No, thank you, Diana, and thank you, Dominic. Money well spent indeed." I'm glad that this Blue Dot family had a hand in helping Dominic take that step. And if we can in the future, we will. And if we can find needs like that within our family, we should try to fulfill them. Anyway, Bernadette, did you get in there?
I finally got the headphones pried off of his two big brain cells.
That is a great kid. I'm telling you.
He's so super tickle pink right now. Okay.
Cut a calf heart? Really? Dissecting a heart.
Yes.
Wow. That's a big jump. That is a damn big jump.
You know, blood splatters and, you know, splitting people up and
blood splatter? Getting us in some serious stuff here.
Look, dude, we when I had biology in high school, we were gonna dissect a frog. I cut and run that day. I didn't even stick around.
You didn't want to stick around for the cutting.
No, I wasn't about cutting up frogs and things like that. So I pretty much didn't pass biology.
I've cut up a lot of frogs. A lot of frogs.
Well,
and they were going in the frying pan, too. I've done a lot of frogs in the frying pan. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you. And Ardessa, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you?
Yes.
Hanging in there.
And how's Dan?
Hubby's still in the hospital.
Is he? Boy, howdy.
Oh, okay. I just got gone, I think.
You just got what?
Hello?
You're here.
He's there.
Oh, she got discorded.
Well,
she'll be back.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. And they always count on. There she is.
There you go. I'm back.
There you go. You got discorded.
Yeah, I lost everything there for a minute.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm sorry to hear about.
Did you see all the military airplanes flying around
the hospital? And
Hold on, Ben.
We'll probably find out stuff tomorrow. You know how weekends can be.
Right, yeah, everything. Well, last I read, you were waiting on lab results.
He's not able to stand up for it all.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Well,
hopefully they fix him.
That's why we ask all our Blue Dots to keep each other in their hearts. Because there's so
always
many.
Do.
Yes,
every day.
There's so many that are going through trying times. It's difficult. Well, baby, you got us. You got us. I don't know how much we're worth, but you know.
You're worth a lot, believe me.
I hope so. This family is something else. So.
Yeah,
anyway.
It makes a lot of difference to me.
There you go. Well, we're glad you're here, baby. Now, Ben, what were you saying? There was airplanes flying around where?
Did you see all the military aircraft flying around yesterday for the anniversary?
Where at? Up around Kansas?
Yeah, we had A-10s, F-15s, and F-22s flying around.
Wow.
Wow.
putting on a display. I didn't see anything here. No flights around here that I knew of. We've pretty much stayed home. Had a lot of things we wanted to try to get done because this storm is. We kind of had a feeling it was going to come this way.
I heard you got a really bad tropical storm headed for you.
Yeah, it'll be here probably tomorrow evening, next day. They're expecting
Just stay safe.
a lot of rain, some wind. That's what it'll be, and so we're battening down the hatches as best we can, making sure Jenny's all settled in, and then we'll just wait and see what happens. So
I'm really proud of Dominic. He gave a great interview.
he did. He's a great
Thank
kid.
you.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Well,
better.
Unfortunately, I missed it.
We're gonna have him back.
You know what?
Oh,
There's
good.
a tape. There's a tape.
Yes.
Anyway,
you can rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I can rewind, but I missed it for right now.
He did
I'm
wonderful.
sorry, Odessa. We'll get him in the room after the show. So because
Okay.
he loves us.
He
He
did
loves
great.
you
I'll
guys.
try to make
He
it.
loves you guys. But John, I'm gonna bounce out. We got other people in the audience that
I
got their
can't-
hands up, so I'm
I
gonna
can't
make
do
space
anything
for
about
somebody
it
else.
right now. Travis just
All
walked
right.
out.
Oh, it's
Love you,
okay.
Bernadette.
So I can't bring anybody
you
in
too.
until he comes back. But Bernadette, thank you so much, and thank Dominic so much for coming in and joining us. And
Not a problem.
And talking
had a
to the-
blast.
I'm glad he did. So did we.
Oh, anytime he's talking about himself, he's loving it. Okay.
Good man. Good man. Nobody else going to talk about his ass. You are. So you got to do it yourself. That's right. Keep it up there.
Yes.
Well, that's good. He's got confidence.
I noticed.
Uh,
Yep. I noticed that his voice is beginning to try and crack.
Oh, not fast enough.
not fast enough. Hold on and be
No,
careful
I
what
heard
you
a
wish
couple
for.
of deep tones
Okay.
in there.
But he can take his time. I'm not trying to grow him up all overnight. I'm enjoying it while I can.
Right.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
good night,
Right.
Blue Dots. Thanks for putting up with
Good night,
him at
honey.
the beginning of the show, and thank you so much for helping to send him to the forum. It was
we
a
loved
wonderful
baby.
experience.
This
for
whole
him.
family enjoyed being a part of that.
All right.
And the rewards
Thanks.
are many. So, all right,
Absolutely.
Bernie, thank you very much, baby.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. I'll be in the chat.
All right, we'll be here.
Okay.
Airplanes flying over. That's the new thing I got to worry about now. Maybe they're practicing for September
I see
18th.
the
What kind of airplanes, John?
mother.
Ben was saying he had some A-10s and some F-22s and stuff flying around up there.
Oh, in his area.
Up in his area, right? Yeah. Nothing down here. I didn't see anything down here.
Nothing here either
Couple
in
birds.
Wisconsin.
So.
Of course, we don't really have much military
Mother
here.
News
What's that, Velda?
said Mother News made a news report.
What's
Looks
up?
like the FBI is going to be starting to charge some of the 1-6 conspirators with seditious conspiracy.
There's the words I want to hear.
Good.
Conspiracy. Because
The
that's what
FBI
it was.
doesn't charge. The court, the
About time.
attorneys do.
And so, anyways, that can lead up to 20 years imprisonment plus fine or both at the same time.
Hey. I don't know.
Wow. About time, though.
Yeah, it's way behind time. And again, these are the pawns that we saw, the people that they've already arrested. We have to get to the higher level, to the congressman and the staff.
Arresting them under that.
That's what I would like to
Arresting
see.
them under that.
That's
That's
a
what it
couple.
was.
Under the
you know?
criminal code.
I'm glad to hear Joe Biden stepping up on that filibuster thing, though.
Yeah.
That's
Let's see where it
Now,
goes.
now
Yeah,
if he
let's
just
see
stuffed
where it
those
goes.
courts, we would
we got Joe
just put
Manchin.
a couple of more
Go ahead.
Supreme Court justices out there.
Yeah.
That would help too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
I'm afraid that we're going to have trouble with Roe v. Wade come, next year. right before the midterm elections, the court is going to be weighing on the Mississippi case, which is a challenge to Roe v. Wade. That's how we hear it all the time. Pundits say it all the time. Elections have consequences. Yes, they do. And we have seen how the Republican Party plays their game. Never before have they been so blatant in their finger in your face kind of attitude that they're going to do whatever they want. That's how they got a 6-3 court. We have to take this shit seriously, and I'm glad to see, yes, get rid of the filibuster. Yes, go to 13 justices on the court. I have no problem with that. Not at all. More minds, baby.
Where I have hope with that, John, is the figures that Bill Jones has been given. About 61% of GOP women are for women's rights. Now, if 61% of Republican women are for women's rights, I say next year you're going to see more women vote than you have ever seen in history.
I think that the Republican Party, because, again, conservatives, there's different ranges of conservatism, and not all of them hang their hat on abortion. There's a lot of issues that Republicans care about, just like there's lots of issues that Democrats care about. It's a variety of stuff. Not all of them hang their hat on abortion, so they're not going to get all of them. It's an affront to Republican women as much as it is Democrat women. It's an affront to women in general. So, I think the Republican Party is really pushing the limits on this because I don't think the country as a whole is going to stand it. They're trying to subvert the Constitution by state law. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Velda.
That's why everybody needs to get out on the 2nd of October and march.
Yes, October 2nd.
If you can get out and march. Man and woman together.
Yes,
everybody
men and women
together.
It should be a whole family affair. This is an issue for human rights.
Affair.
Yes, it's human rights. This is a woman's right to control her own body. What
we don't tell men what to do.
That's exactly what I was trying to come up with, is some kind of comparison as to what you would do. Yeah, cut your pecker off. You done had enough kids there, Bob. 4 is the limit here. Put it up here on the table. We're going to have to whack it off. It's like Greg Abbott trying to tell we're going to get rid of all the rapists. Oh, kiss my ass. Only a dumb shit Republican would believe that.
These rich white men that think they can tell a woman what to do with her ovaries, you know what they can do? They can go shove something that they play with where the sun doesn't shine.
Yeah, they can. Uh-oh, my button didn't work. Uh-oh, Travis didn't turn my button back on. He'll be back.
And pull the trigger.
Yeah. It's utterly ridiculous. Go ahead.
My ex-mother would say, bend it backwards and raise your own little ducklings. I said my ex-mother-in-law used to say, bend it backwards and raise your own little ducklings.
It just opens up a can of worms. The law here in Texas and actually the law in Mississippi that the court's going to be looking at. This is going to test the court. Does the constitutional right of a woman supersede state law? And it does. Federal law supersedes state law. So these laws that they're trying to pass, or this ban they have here in Texas or in one in Mississippi, that's trying to work their way around Roe v. Wade, trying to take away and strip your constitutional right to take care of your body the way you see fit. It's ridiculous. There he is.
Yeah, but I'm so happy that Merrick Garland is coming after Abbott for that.
Jay Love says if men could get pregnant, there would be more abortion clinics than auto parts stores. You're right. And I see O'Reilly and Advanced Auto on the opposite sides of the street. Yeah, yes, there would. Because men.
I saw something full of irony today.
What's that?
There's a medical place called Hainer Medical Supply.
I've seen some.
Painter? Medical supplies?
Hainer. Hanger.
Oh, Hainer. Painter.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they?
I don't say Hainer very well. It's a medical supply place, but it's Hainer's, like, the abortion homemade abortions.
Coat hanger.
Kind of hanger.
Oh,
Coat hanger,
oh.
yeah.
Hang. Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
Don.
how it's
I
spelled.
caught that. I knew what you were saying.
Yeah,
It took me a minute. I'm hard of
that's-
hearing anyway.
that's
Yeah.
some sad irony. Well, I can't say hanger very well. Everybody says I say it weird.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you
why.
know,
Listen to me.
one thing that makes me happy
What's
is
that,
Merrick
Don?
Garland coming after Greg Abbott for this and saying, "Hey, federal government's not
Yeah.
going to let you get away with this, buddy."
That's exactly what they're doing. That they're going to challenge the law here, because it's ridiculous. The whole thing is just it's a prop. It's a shiny object to chase, because what they did is implemented a law with no penalty for breaking the law. There's nothing the state's going to do. Well, you can't have an abortion. Well, I did. Well, these people over here are going to sue you. It's so disgusting at a basic level that I don't see how the court could uphold that shit. It's a law without any penalty. What do you want to have a law for then?
Teeth.
Huh?
I said teeth.
Peace?
I think
I'm
part of it
saying-
is.
Part of it is, go
I
ahead.
think part of it is that they're trying to get us to look over here at the abortion stuff because we're going to get all riled up about that and upset.
It's
Can't.
the
We're not
shiny
looking at all the other crap they're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
With Texas, with voting rights across this
Yeah.
country.
Exactly.
Don't look at that, because
Yeah.
that really does. That affect, scream about abortion over here and we'll change these laws down here for voting, because if they change the laws for the
Yep.
voting, then they stay in power and they could just keep this ball of wax going. That's,
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
disgusting, and that's why we have to come out in 22, baby, big time. We cannot
Yeah,
allow
when it
the
comes-
Republicans to take this, because we see where they're going.
Yeah, when it comes
We
to
have a
GOP,
bunch of guys. Yeah. Go ahead.
when it comes to GOP, you got to pay attention to what both hands are doing, both feet are doing, and what the body's doing.
Yeah, because they lie, cheat, and
Oh,
steal
yeah.
with every digit they got. And they have no shame about it at all. None. What was that? Donnie showed up at a fire department, at a firehouse in New York, talking smack. It tells you who the Republican Party is. They're not patriots. These people could give two flips about this country. For them, it's all a bumper sticker or money. If you're poor,
Yep.
it's a bumper sticker. If you're wealthy, it's about the
Yep.
money, baby. That's all
Yep.
it is with them. I don't, but we have problems of our own that the only way to deal with it that I know of is to make him worthless. And I'm talking about Joe Manchin. I seen him on TV this morning talking
yeah.
about, no, he's not going to vote for the 3.5 because he doesn't know what it's going to do 50 years down the freaking road. Bullshit. He said, well,
He's
West Virginia.
owned by the corporations. They don't want to have to pay taxes.
He is a corporate hack, if there ever was one. He didn't have any trouble voting with Donnie on the big tax cut. But now he's got
Yep.
problems with what's this 3.5 trillion going to do? We don't know with a corporate tax rate here. We got to be competitive with the corporate tax rate. Competitive my ass.
Yeah. John, how long does everyone have to wait to vote Cinnamon and Manchin out?
Oh, Lord. I think Joe Manchin,
I don't know. Not soon enough.
yeah, not soon enough. Manchin might come up in 24. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly when.
I know Ron Johnson's coming up.
Ron Johnson's
And
on the ballot this time.
We got a bunch of Democrats. We got a bunch
Indeed.
of Democrats going against him.
Indeed. Bill
In
Jones,
fact,
are you
probably
with
too
us?
many.
Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Yo, Bill. Well, Bill's
I
in
see
here.
him. I just don't see
I
no
don't hear it.
voice.
He's not coming through on the voice right.
He has more problems.
Oh, he's
yeah,
going to try again.
he's going to try to come back in the room again. Yeah, Joe Manchin is
Discord's
the
kind of
problem.
weird that way.
At this rate, we're not going to get the 1.5 trillion, much less the 3.5. And Joe Manchin's sitting there this morning telling me about how the people in West Virginia, they need roads and bridges. We got bad bridges. We need new bridges over there. We need to get this stuff.
What's he think?
But he don't want
What's
the
he think
3.
infrastructure is?
Yeah, well, that's the
Can you hear
1.5.
me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Bill. How you doing?
Yeah, I got the minute I got in the room, I got brought in. I hit the I agree button, and I got discorded immediately.
Yeah, it's on a roll tonight, buddy. It's on a roll, I guess. Well, we're glad you're here. How's everything out in North Carolina? Oh, did we lose you again?
No.
Bill, we lost you. We lost you again, buddy. You're having real trouble with this thing.
My goodness. This court's on fire tonight.
Yeah, Manchin may use his Republican technique of calling a rigged election if he ever gets voted out, Don Cheeto.
I saw a video today of another dumb Republican on vaccine mandates.
What?
It was on Chris Wallace show, that Ricketts guy from Nebraska.
Richest guy.
Chris, the governor, Ricketts.
Oh, okay. I got you. You did it.
Can you try this one more time?
We got you now, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
I'm hoping this works
later.
I need about 60 seconds, and I'll let you go. I'm preparing for
Go ahead. You got
tomorrow.
The floor, buddy.
Tomorrow and Tuesday, I will be in the hospital for some tests. Nothing to worry about. Everything's good. Just one of those things when you get old, every 3 or 4 years they got to do. Well, they got to do two things to me. So
check the brakes. Lube everything, and
check
change
the oil,
oil.
make sure everything's full.
That's it. Make sure all your sensors are working.
I did want to come in. I'm sorry I didn't catch Bernadette. I wanted to let her know what a fine young fellow. He's a good kid. I enjoyed that. Well, it brings back memories for me because, as you know, my daughter started in STEM when she was 10, 11 years old. And, of course, she's in her 20s. And she followed the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Somebody said medicine earlier, but the M stands for mathematics. But anyway, what a bright future these kids have. You know, my daughter is started back in 4th and 5th grade at that 1 week thing, and then every summer she got involved, and then by the time she got in high school, it becomes he'll see how it goes.
And that's how we want to keep this. We don't want this to be the only thing. We want to see him progress all the way through this.
Yeah, I put a note in there. I don't know if you saw it. I did it in YouTube chat real quick. I just said, Dominic, you're heading down the right road, buddy. Just keep focused, and dreams come true.
Yes.
My daughter wanted to go into neuroscience, and she's now into neuroscience research at the National Institute of Health up in Bethesda, Maryland. So dreams come true.
Yes, they do.
STEM is a wonderful program, and I know that Bernadette will keep him focused, and I wish that kid all the luck in the world.
We all do.
So he's a bright kid for 10, 11.
Yes. He's smart and he's articulate. You know, and if he retains that knowledge and keeps on pushing that curiosity.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Keep the hunger, man. Keep the hunger. And the good thing is he's a blue dot.
Ain't that something? So we know whatever happens in the future, it's going to be good for all of us. Not just. I don't think Dominic is going to be one of those. I'm going for all the big bucks and screw everything. He's not that kind of guy.
He ain't going to be wearing the red hat. My daughter hates red, so yeah.
No, I think the future is in fine hands with young people like Dominic.
Anyway, we got a big week coming up. I think the January 6th Commission is doing its thing, and they're talking about getting around the filibuster rule. Like, of course, you remember Mitch McConnell did that 3 times for the Supreme Court. You realize
he did.
That, so.
Yes, he did. So don't get they can come around there whining all they want.
The same thing. Yeah, I think our voting rights are more important than the goddamn Supreme Court picks. So
I do too.
And
the way they got those judges is not exactly,
behind the back bullshit.
Yeah, it's behind the back bullshit, and you're pushing the limit on it. And believe me, if they get in there again, they'll do it again. They don't want to stop at a 6-3 court. They want a 9-0 court.
Well,
And we can't have that. We cannot have that. It's bad enough we got a 6-3 court now because it's not representative of the country.
Nope.
You know, It does not reflect
second.
the demographics of the population.
He's gone again.
He's gone again.
There his hands back up.
We'll get him back in here again. He has a lot of trouble. North Carolina out there, see? That's how come they need to get the
There he
infrastructure with the broadband thing. So we all
Yes,
get
Storm.
better broadband, right, Bill?
I got storms like you, so I think that's what's happening. Anyway, I was about ready to sign off, and then it zapped me. So I said, okay, I'll just jump on, say goodbye, and hopefully I should be back 100% by Thursday. So
Bill, take care of yourself.
Monday and Tuesday you're gone. So
Take care of yourself. Be careful while you're in the
I'll be
hospital.
fine.
You know, wear your mask and
I'll
stay the
be
hell away
fine.
from all
Well,
them sick people in there.
well, the good thing is it's a clinic on the backside of the hospital, so I won't be in there with all the
Good deal.
people that are all screwed up and infected. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
good deal. Good deal. You're vaccinated, but don't push your
Anyway,
luck.
Yep.
So,
Y'all be safe and keep the faith, and we're gonna get through this thing. And I got a feeling.
I do too, brother.
We're gonna win, guys.
I do too. I'm having the
We're
same
working
feeling.
hard. We hit the ground with our Democratic committee almost a year earlier than we did the last time.
I'm counting on them shooting themselves in the foot. They continually do it now. They're on a roll. Every time you turn around, they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting a Democratic senator in the United States Senate from North Carolina. That will make my day. So we're working on it.
I've got a long time to wait for Texas to get another chance at a senator.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get. I'm hopefully going to get a Democratic governor next year. So
Yes.
let's shoot for that. So.
We're working. We don't give up. We don't give up. Well, Bill, thank you so much for coming in, brother. We appreciate it
No
tremendously.
worries, brother. Always a pleasure. Love you, Blue Dots. Thank you for your time.
Give your
and,
daughter
we'll
our
see you in a few
best
days.
too, and tell her
She's
we're
doing
working on a
well.
protege for her.
I already told her that one of the ladies in the Blue Dot community has a grandson that's doing STEM, and she goes, "Oh, tell him not to give up." And I
Good.
said, "He knows the deal, sweetie.
No.
He knows the deal."
Yeah, what Dominic doesn't know is that we have a posse that we're going to form if he gets out of line.
There
He
you
doesn't
go.
find- We're going to run up to there and
If
you know.
push comes to shove, I could have my daughter call him and
there
give
you
him some
go.
advice.
Whatever it takes, we're going to keep this kid going. Yeah, because we all
Yes, I
want
do.
Bernadette to have a really nice retirement home. Not one of them. Yeah,
Amen.
that's right. We want a good
Amen.
retirement home, baby. We don't want one of the cheap ones where they just dump you off. Anyway,
All
Bill,
right, guys.
thank you so
Love
much
y'all.
for coming
See you later in the week.
in. You bet. Take care of yourself.
You too. Take care.
You bet. Outstanding. We have so much work. What?
Joe Manchin
Joe
isn't
Manchin.
up for re-election until 24.
I thought he had just gotten it not long ago. I think in 18.
Yeah, he's 18.
Yeah.
6
Same
years.
way with dumbass
Hey, Valdo, what about Cinnamon?
Ted Cruz.
Huh?
What about Cinnamon?
I think Cinnamon just got elected in too, didn't she? In 18 or 20, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't recall her.
I know
18.
that. I know. Okay, then she's got a 6-year course.
Yes, senators have
24.
so she comes up in 24. Boy, how to shit the two.
Congress is 4.
Yeah, Congress is 4, senators are 6. You know, that's how come we're screwed
Not
down
60.
Unless you're taking over a term of a dead guy,
here.
and then you got
Yes, and then something happens to you, then that's what, you know. And I was glad to see that I saw a little news article out there that said Justice Breyer said he will not die on the court. I don't know how he knows this. Got an inside line, I guess. If he didn't retire yesterday, the possibility still exists he could die on the court. So, but I'm glad to see that because shit, even if it happened right now, somehow the Republicans would pull something out of their ass to try to prevent us from getting a Supreme Court pick until the election, until the people speak. Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. They're liars, cheats, and thieves. So yeah, I'm all for expanding the court. I want to get rid of the filibuster, and I want to expand the court. I'm tired of playing nice with assholes. They're not playing nice. You know, why should we? We just got to quit fighting amongst ourselves. We got to stop this process of forming a circular firing squad and just picking each other off, which is what we're doing right now between the moderates and the progressives. Joe Manchin doesn't. Well, he's already come out and say, I'm not going to vote for it. I'm not going to vote for it. We need to get the 1.5 done right now. And the moderates are saying, no, we're not going to do that until, or the progressives are saying, no, we're not going to do that until we get the 3.5. And what pissed me off about Joe Manchin this morning was he's saying, well, West Virginia needs bridges and roads, infrastructure. Really? They don't need any human infrastructure out there, Joe? You know, everybody in West Virginia is living the high life, you know. Everybody's on middle income and, you know, no worries in the world. No, I don't think so. West Virginia is a lot like that, part of that Appalachia. It's full of a lot of poor people that need help. So Joe Manchin's he's a corporate fool, and you know, his state is big and cold. So that's how he keeps his job. You know.
Did you hear something else, John, that Biden wants to do? And I hope he does get it done, because if he does, it'll be the biggest thing to happen in a long time. Biden wants to take SSI, not SSDI, but SSI recipients, and he wants to give them a big raise, because he said it's pitiful that the maximum they get, which is the maximum I'm getting every month, is $794 a month. He said, no, it's about time that we give them triple.
Now I understand that the Social Security and everything is going to get a 6% increase this year.
Yeah, $2 and some odd cents.
Yeah, there you go. Now, don't run off to Vegas all of a sudden all at once, and everybody just break the bank there.
That means I can buy a 5-pound bag of carrots.
What they expect,
if they're on sale.
You know, and this is the problem with the way that we distribute our money in this country. We are all set to give the Defense Department all of they want, everything they want, including things they don't want. You know, they're going to take it in, they're going to give that defense budget everything they have, and then the rest of this country suffers for it. You know, they keep accusing the Democrats, you're a bunch of socialists. Are you shitting me? That pisses me off. Yes, I'm proud of the fact I'm a socialist. I want things for our society. I'm not a corporate hack. I'm not a capitalist asshole who just thinks about the money I can get. Grandma needs teeth. Grandma needs glasses. Medicare needs to include these things. There's things that we can do for our society as a whole. We could lift us all up. And that's what we got to do. And the Republicans don't want any part of it. And Democrats like Joe Manchin and Christi, they're the same way. They're tied to it by money. You know, they don't have a problem. They passed that big tax cut for the rich, and we're struggling. And this $3.5 trillion, that's over, 10 years? It's not like it's all coming out. Yeah, this is stretched out. And that asshole this morning was arguing about the corporate rate. Kiss my ass. You know, back when America was great, you know, during the 50s, when the expansion was going on in this country with interstate highways and everything else we were building, go look at the freaking tax structure back then. It wasn't what we have now.
And this country boomed.
It boomed. There was prosperity for a lot. It created the middle class. It lifted so many people out of poverty. But greed took over, baby, and I don't know about y'all, but for me, I remember the day it did. His name was Ronald Reagan. That's the day that this country changed for the worse. That's the day that the Republican Party fell in love with greed and money and demeaning our own government. Government is bad. The worst things you can hear is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. Kiss my ass. Say that to FEMA when they're coming to help your ass. No, you're not going to say that. It's ridiculous how much they're willing to downgrade our country, downgrade the government that takes care of a whole lot of shit. You hear these idiots out here. I heard one talking about he doesn't want to send his child to a government school. Really? A public school, you mean? No, he didn't use the words public school. He used the words government school. Well, screw you, buddy. I already know where your mind is going. My parent has right. We can't mandate vaccines. Yes, we do, and yes, we have. We've done it forever.
There's no way in hell, John.
Huh?
There's there's no way in hell I would send one of my kids to government school, but I'll send them to private school. I know what government schools do.
Yeah, government schools, they're going to indoctrinate your child with the liberal agenda, and, next thing you know, they're going to turn...
Take away.
Yeah, it's...
My government high
already had
school
our-
vaccinated a bunch of people on Thursday.
Who did?
My government high school.
Your government high school intervened and forcibly jabbed a needle into these people's arms.
No, they had offered a vaccine clinic.
And they took it. That's good, see? But if it was being reported on Fox, that's exactly what you hear. Government overreach, slaps in, held this poor old lady down and jabbed that needle deep into her arm where it just bruised. You know how they any way that they can inflame something, that's what they're doing.
That was part of my story with Ricketts. He was on Chris Wallace this morning. And he said, well, we don't want no government mandate for the vaccine. And Chris Wallace is going, well, don't you mandate all these vaccines? And read off all, the standard measles, mumps, polio, all the other ones. I said, well, yeah, we do. And I said, I'm looking at him. I said, well, you're the freaking government.
What's the problem? The problem is now again, it has nothing to do with the issue. It doesn't have anything to do with the vaccine. It doesn't have anything to do with the mask. It doesn't have anything to do with all of that. It has to do with the attitude.
Argues that the kids are they more like you survived. Last year's data said that, but not with the Delta variant.
Mm-hmm. You just wonder just how deep the ignorance goes. But it's not ignorance, it's hate. It is hate.
It's also on all the platforms that these people are listening to, there is the conspiracy about everything, that it's a conspiracy that the COVID is a fake. You're going to get a chip in your arm. You're going
to turn into a lizard.
You're going
to stick to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of that. And even the people that are the platforms that are trying to come in with independent people doing fact checking, they're saying, well, those fact checkers don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. What did that guy?
They're bought and paid.
That guy, I think it was, I don't know if it was on Fox or News, whatever, one of them right wing, actually said, what they need to do is keep reporting and stop fact checking. Really? Just say something out there, whatever it is. Don't fact check it. Just say it. It's ridiculous.
Remember in school, guys, before the teacher tells you, before you get your homework done, and go back and reread and do, and especially in math, recheck your answers to make sure they're right.
Who would do that?
And aren't they teaching that kind of thing in school? Because that is fact checking.
It's facts. It is. It's a government overreach. Just because they say 2 + 2 is 4, what gives them the right to determine the mathematical equations that we deal with every life? If I want my kid to believe it's 7, it is 7 in my house. They'll argue anything nowadays.
I know it.
And the sad point is that we're seeing it mostly in schools, in school board meetings. That's where these idiots are going to make their stand in the school boards. Really? You're willing to gamble the lives of these children on your ignorant conspiracies? Again, not ignorant, just hateful. Because it's not about, they don't know whether it's good or bad, or they do know it's good to wear a mask. They know that. But you can't force me, and if you try to, I won't. It's you want to slap them. You want to it's just like, I don't have a slap. I had a slap.
Remember
There's
that real
slap.
bad flu that we had, probably a decade ago? That real bad one that come around.
Yes, I recall. We've had several.
They were running out of masks back then because people were grabbing masks left and right to wear them because they didn't want to catch that flu.
There's wait a minute, I just seen a comment right there I wanted to check. I know someone's hollering out about losing their job because they work for a company that mandates all employees be vaccinated, and this person is refusing to comply. They say, my body, my choice. They throw that out there, Terry, until it's the abortion issue. And then not so much. Your body, your choice, my ass. Not when it comes to a pandemic that could kill your neighbor, kill your coworkers. No, you don't have the freedom and the right to infringe on somebody else's life. Fuck you. Get the vaccine. You idiots. You get frustrated.
Then you get these healthcare workers that come in, and they point blank tell you, well, if I have to get a shot, I quit.
Quit. Good. There's somebody else wanting to take your place on that job right now, buddy. I'm telling you. Are you shitting me? They get no sympathy from me. I'm going to quit my job. Well, go ahead. That's your right. That is your freedom to be that ignorant where you're going to get another job. What if the next corporation says, oh, I'm sorry, you can't come in here unless you're vaccinated? And then what?
You have to have a good degree to work for people. What's the difference?
I don't, I just don't have any, as Joe said, I don't have any patience with them. I don't give a shit what excuse you're coming up with. It's a bullshit excuse. There is no reason why you cannot get vaccinated unless there is a specific medical reason. And I really don't buy into I have a religious obsession. Well, then go stand out in the middle of the forest somewhere and practice your religion, or don't get around anybody else. How's that? I'm sorry, I don't take with the religious exception. Not when it comes to stuff like this.
My give a damn is broken.
Yeah, I'm all out of give a fucks. I don't. With a lot of things. We've been doing this for 5 years. I've been doing this. And you just get to that point to where you're just tired of trying to, debate something with them. I don't want to debate anything. They don't debate shit. The only time they debate shit is when they're just trying to stall for time.
He may be back.
Huh?
But again, the storm, he may have some of those winds coming in from that storm that's coming his way.
I'm not on.
Yeah,
I like that shit. They're all talking about me in there. Look at that. They're on the show over there talking all sorts of smack about me.
Do we have to leave so he can come back in?
No, wait.
No.
Just time out. Time out if they can see that. Let me see if I can. I'll have to go across the table here.
YouTube.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Maybe we're the ones that got dropped.
Let me see. I got kicked out my own show. Ain't that some shit? That is some shit. I'm telling you. All right, now I got to get my mouse up in there somewhere. No. Over here, this way.
He knows he's off now.
Jesus, which one am I? Oh, there I am. All right, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm listening to him on YouTube.
There he is.
So.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Yes, you're here.
Yes, you're back.
Well, when I was gone, I was talking to YouTube right there and everything on Facebook, and we could hear y'all talking smack about me.
Really?
Yeah, we heard it all. Right here. Everybody heard it. There you was.
How come we didn't hear it?
Well, because I had you muted. Yeah, that's it. You couldn't hear me.
I couldn't hear. We were talking, and Sparky and I were watching YouTube, and we didn't hear us talking in the background.
Even the host gets blowed off. I got kicked off. I had to get up and go around the table and bring myself back in the room.
You like to do that stuff when I have to step out.
Yeah, as soon as you step out the room, shit happens.
That's funny.
I thought maybe something might have come in that was not supposed to come in until tomorrow and knocked you offline.
No, not yet. Is it raining? We've been getting bands of rain already.
Yeah, no, it ain't raining out there right now. But
what's supposed to be hitting you?
Well, it looks like the eye or the center of the storm is going to be getting here around like 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, about 1 o'clock tomorrow
What
afternoon.
storm?
It's got a name.
Nicholas.
Yes, Nicholas is out in the Gulf of Mexico. Just left the Bay of Campeche and is going to come right up the coast and skirt the coastline until it gets to Corpus Christi, and then it's going to head right in, they say. So they're looking at maybe a landfall the same as Harvey. Looks like the same area as Harvey came in. Around
Isn't that when
Rockport.
you have the river back up on you?
It's what we're going to have to keep a close eye on the river and how much rainfall we're going to get and how much water goes into that lake up above me. But yeah, it's we're expected to get somewhere around 65 mile an hour winds. Isn't that what they said? About 65?
Yeah, up to 75 mile
Up
an hour.
to 75 mile an hour winds and whole lot of rain.
You have some place to get Jenny out of the way?
Under the house. She'll be under the house. She'll be dry under there. We put up tarps around there, so keep her dry in there in one area. But yeah, she has a stall that she could stay in, but I prefer to have her under the house over here.
John, if the water comes up, will she get wet?
Hopefully it doesn't come up that high.
No. If it were to come up that high, we would know about it way early on, and then we'd have enough time to get her out of here.
Yeah, if it was going to rise to that level, hopefully I would have enough time to get her out of here.
Yeah, no,
That's the
even
biggest
looking
concern
at
we have back here is if anything happens, we got to get Jenny out of here.
As of right now, though, we're not seeing anything that suggests anything like that.
I looked all up and down the river today. I checked the dam level. Everything looks good. It just depends on how much rain we get above the dam.
I'm more concerned about this potential system coming right behind this one.
Yeah, there's another one that's right behind it, so we're going to have to watch and see. Thank you, Diana.
The one thing,
it could be a double whammy here, pretty quick.
The one thing nice about Texas is that I really do like is that their animal control in Texas is very helpful in instances like this.
There are numbers that you can call if you want your livestock moved, if you can get your horse out or your donkey or your goats or something out of an area. Yeah, there's a large.
A lot of states don't have that.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about it. I think it's most everywhere. You always have people around that are willing to help, and when it comes to animals, there's a lot of those kind of people. But yeah, I got recommended that if I had to take her, I could take her to the Cowboy Church up here near Orange Grove. I don't know if y'all are familiar with cowboy churches. They have rodeo arenas. They have a worship place too, but outside is a rodeo arena, and that's where church is. But anyway, let me thank Diana Mallory, who came in with another $5 and said, "Congrats, John, for hitting the right button." I did. I got up and went around the table and hit the right button without destroying the whole thing. Anyway, I guess we better close it up for the night. I still got a few things to worry about this evening, get done, and get ready for tomorrow and see which way this thing's going to go. Yes, Gary Acton, cowboy churches are actually pretty cool. If you
we got one here, John.
There you go. They're all over the country. Yeah, it's where good country folk go to church, and especially you get a lot of people that have livestock or they're actually into rodeoing, and it's good for kids and stuff. Yeah, I'm not totally against religion. That's the kind of place I like. The cowboy church is actually the kind of place. Yeah, if I was going to go to the church, well, I'd probably go to that one. How y'all doing? What's going on here? Got some bulldogging going on? Well, let's see what this kid's got. I could get into that a whole lot more than somebody waving a book at me telling me I'm going to go to hell. Anyway, that's right, Gary Atkins. You can go in your Wranglers, baby. Indeed. As a matter of fact, I go everywhere in Wranglers. I don't give a shit if it's a funeral or a wedding. I'm showing up in Wranglers. I might have a suit coat on, but believe me, there's blue jeans down there. I don't have many slacks. I don't have slacks. I have blue jeans. Anyway.
Wayne had black ones.
Black ones, Wranglers. Yeah. I don't even go that far. Blue. That's it. I keep a pair that I hardly ever wear because that's my funeral and wedding pair. Blue jeans wear out, you get faded and all that stuff. And last time I bought blue jeans, I set one pair aside. We'll keep them nice and blue and looking pretty like they just came off the shelf because Wranglers never change. And
go to meeting pants.
That's right. That's my Sunday go to meeting pants. And you can bet your ass if you look down there, that's steel-toe boots you're looking at too. So, my dressing up, it only goes from the top up and the waist up. Okay, I'll put on a tie. I'll put on a shirt. Nice coat. I'll put on my good hat. But that's all you're getting. So you might have to do something. You never know. We might you're on your way to the funeral or something. All of a sudden the car breaks down. You can crawl under the damn truck in there and your slacks on and shit. No, you got that blue jeans on. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank this family for being part of it. I want to thank Dominic so much for coming in and enlightening us with your story on what happened. I love the whole idea of the CSI solving the crime, and I really especially like the idea that you programmed it to sing Happy Birthday. Not only sing Happy Birthday, but he had to navigate in there and go up to your daddy and do it. So good job, Dominic. We're looking for a bright future for you. Anyway, let me see. I'm sorry, Velda. Thank you so much for coming in here, darling. We appreciate it tremendously.
I appreciate being here.
Well, anytime, darling. We always enjoy it. And Ardessa, thank you, darling. We appreciate it. We're keeping Dan in our thoughts. Y'all keep Ardessa's husband in mind. He's in the hospital, and we need him to get better because Ardessa would prefer to have him at home. Wouldn't you?
I know that feeling.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Bless your heart, baby. Ardessa, are you with us there? She may have stepped out of the room momentarily. All right.
She may be on the phone.
Which might be, yeah. Well, that's fine. Ben, thank you for coming in, brother. We always appreciate it.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Take care of Kansas City up there.
Yeah, well, and you take care of Texas, and you guys be careful in a couple of days.
Will do. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, that's one thing. If we all of a sudden disappear, that means either we lost power or we lost internet. One of the two. Anyway, we'll be here if we can. And Sparky Dunk.
Yeah, John, I had to have a break from football before I go dive back in again.
Well, we're glad you picked here to take a break.
My 49ers won today, and it was a nail biter. I thought they were going to blow it. They had a big lead, and then the Lions come roaring back.
I was coming back from town.
But anyway, they're going to be spending the week in West Virginia.
Who is?
My football team.
Oh, really?
49ers.
At Jim Justice's resort.
Really?
The Greenbrier.
Well,
they did the same thing last year.
No shit. Well,
they got two games. I mean, they play the Philadelphia Eagles next week, so that's why they do it. Last year they had to play both New York teams in a week. So that's why they stay back there instead of flying all the way back across the country and then flying back again.
Yeah, my brother called me while I was on my way back home today. I was in traffic, and he's calling me to try to tell me he was all happy about the Saints winning their game. So.
Oh, the Packers look like shit today.
That's what he said. It was like 3-20 something. Saints were really whooping them up bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Chiefs-Browns game today was another nail-biter, and there for a while I think the Chiefs were going to pull it off.
I like nail-biters, but
hey, yeah, but you got Patrick Mahomes. That one throw he made today was unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. It was good.
All right. Well, we appreciate all of y'all coming in and visiting with us. We appreciate our Facebook family, our YouTube family. Thank you so much for coming in and joining with us. I'm sorry we were late and cutting it short a little bit, but still got a long way to go this evening. Anyway, mañana's Monday, so I'm off. So we'll be back here Tuesday. Sun shining, the creek don't rise. We'll be here. We'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join us. Join the conversation on the chat, or come by our Discord channel and jump in here. We'd be proud to have you. Anyway, y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody, and thank you so much for coming by. And we'll see you again. Oh, look at there. Michael Johnson came in and said Chiefs pulled a nail biter. There you go. Where else you go? You even find football updates here. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Try to put a smile in your heart and take care of yourself. Wash your hands. use sanitizer, you wear a mask and all that shit because it's still out there because the idiots won't get vaccinated. So take care of yourself. Anyway,